Hello and welcome to the New Economy, What's Next? Today's guest on the show is Brandon Kemp from Hello Culture. So we're going to have a great show and we're going to talk a lot about a new kind of online language learning courses. So stay tuned. If you are a business person that is looking to grow your business in the new economy, this show is for you. My name is DRC Raming Jr. I'm the Chief Technology Officer at Arawak X, a financial services firm. I'm a serial entrepreneur, futurist, and technologist. I studied robotics and after university chose to build my international business from the Bahamas. With all that is going on in the world, one thing is certain. The businesses that will survive and thrive have to evolve or die. This show will answer the question, what's next for us? What's next for the new economy? Join us on the new economy. What's next? So we're going to be talking about net exports and how that affects payment businesses, foreign reserves, and foreign direct investment. So there are three players to this puzzle. There's the Bahamian business, there's the foreign customers, and then there's suppliers. What we're defining here as a Bahamian business is any company that does any production and creates value on Bahamian soil. So how it works is foreign customer wants to buy a product or service, and that can be a physical good or a digital good, and they pay into the Bahamian business, and then the Bahamian business delivers that good or service. So a Bahamian business, in turn, in order to create value, has to get supplies. And so there's a payout to purchase those supplies, and then there's consequential delivery of those supplies. Net exports is simply payment in minus payment out. And because payments are done in international business in US dollars, it means US dollars in, US dollars out. If that in minus the out is positive, the foreign reserves go up. And if it's negative, the foreign reserves go down. Where does foreign direct investment and local investment come in? Investors, both local and abroad, are looking for businesses with a growth opportunity. There's opportunity to grow and expand their operations, and they need financing to do so. When I interview practitioners in the field, I will always ask them the question, where are your pain points? Pain points simply means where is the friction? Where do they rub up against government, processes, etc. Don't take anything that the guest says as an attack or a criticism, but it is a reality. And like a doctor diagnoses the problem and then has to go and prescribe a solution. So I invite all policymakers, as you hear these things, not to take them as criticism, but as a way of helping to diagnose and treat the patient, which is Bahamian business. Okay, Brandon. So this is Brandon Kemp from Hello Culture, a online language learning course. So why don't you tell us a little bit of what you guys do?
Okay, so Hello Culture, language learning made fun. That's our motto. Because we really feel like learning a language should be a fun experience. I think a lot of us are accustomed to the tradition of sitting in a classroom, hearing a teacher talk about vocabulary and grammar. But what we do with Hello Culture is really take it a step further. And of course, recently, like with the virus going around, we've had to change up things quite a lot. But our whole motto with Hello Culture is surrounded around the networking, introducing people to new cultures. So not just learning the language, but learning the culture as well. And then learning the language from people that are excited to teach it, that have experience and can give you an insight into more than just the culture, but the way that people live their lives, how you use the language in the correct social settings, stuff like that. So Hello Culture has really been, an opportunity for people to tap into the global market.
Very sweet, very sweet. So your product is you bring teachers and students together over the internet, and you're running it right from the Bahamas.
Yeah, exactly. So really, all Hello Culture is a platform right now, connecting people that want to learn languages with people who know how to teach it.
Wonderful, wonderful. How'd you guys come up with that idea?
Okay, so I actually run the company with somebody named Beijing Rogers.
Mm-hmm.
So the two of us started it last July. And a bit of our backstory so you can understand how the whole culture aspect came into it. I used to work for a nonprofit organization and was based on a ship that would travel the world called the Logo Soap.
Hmm.
So I lived in a community of 400 people from 65 different countries and had the chance to visit over 35 different countries in the last 4.5 years.
Wow, you're well traveled.
Yeah, but the whole thing behind that was that I realized the best way to connect with people, to really to open the doors to like getting to know them on a personal level, was through language. So even if you couldn't speak the whole language, just a greeting or a fun line in that language really opened up their hearts to. And then Beijing, she used to live in Chile for 4 years. So, living in a community that speaks Spanish primarily, she learned the value of using and knowing a foreign language while living there. So when we came back to the Bahamas, we both like came together and we kept on hearing people talking about how, oh yeah, I studied Spanish in high school, but oh, I fell off, or oh, I'd really love to learn Mandarin because I know like it's a future language, but they weren't finding any group or person they could go to really fulfill those needs in an affordable way. So we decided that we'd create Hello Culture to fill that gap in the foreign
Wonderful,
language learning.
wonderful. Um, do you find that most of your clients are looking for a second language to do business, or for pleasure, or what would you say is your avatar?
Yeah, so actually right now I'd say most of our clients, at least like 75%, are business people who either work in the corporate world or have their own businesses, and they realize, hey, people that speak two languages get paid more than others. Or they
That's the
have,
truth.
yeah, especially with banking, like people have joined on because they have banking clients that are in other countries. And like although many people do speak English, like I said, you put yourself an advantage if you could speak to them in their own mother tongue. So we
Absolutely.
are we are inviting like high school students to join us now that schools are closed, and just anybody that wants to learn for leisure. But we have found that mainly it's been professionals that have wanted to learn languages.
Awesome, awesome. So, like, where do you shifting a little bit? Where do you find where would you like to see your business in the next 5 years?
Yeah, so we've actually already seen a huge change since we started in July.
Mm-hmm.
And and we had started off with all in-person meetings, so in-person tutoring, our social nights in person. But then with the COVID-19, we've had to take a step back and said, okay, how do we want to expand this? How do we want to change to adapt to the new economy?
Yeah, it's new. There's a reason we're not doing an in studio audience, in
Yeah,
studio interview.
yeah,
Practice social distancing, people.
honestly,
Uh, Go on.
yeah. But having to start this online platform made us realize that there is so much opportunities when it comes to growing your business online. It's been almost like a blessing in disguise. So we've had to also expand our teaching base. So most of our teachers were located in the Bahamas before we went online. But now that we've done online, I've been able to reach out to my friends in China, my friends in Mexico, that are going to be able to help us, create even more opportunities for learning. So, I mean, first off, we can just increase the number of students, the number of teachers that we have, because we are building a global network. So we have the capacity to have 200, 300 students a week. One of our goals, it may seem unrealistic, but we look at societies like Curacao, Bonaire, Aruba, where everybody on the island speaks four languages. And we feel like the Bahamas being, and the Caribbean, say we're not just limiting ourselves to the Bahamas, but we are seeing a world that's becoming increasingly more international and diverse and cosmopolitan in a way.
Well, I mean, this virus proves it. I mean, look how quickly
Exactly.
that spread.
Yeah, exactly. So we're trying to herald in this era of a cosmopolitan society. So we want to grow our online base, but we know Corona will eventually come to an end. So we
Yes.
also have ideas to open up actual hubs in different countries where people can go to for that in-person cultural experience, hosting seminars, getting guides to going to university in other countries, for example,
Hmm.
meeting people that have had experience with that, doing exchange programs. We really want to be the international hub of the different countries where we are.
We'll be right back after a short message from our sponsor. At Arawak X, we understand that for businesses to grow, they need capital to hire staff, buy equipment, and fuel innovative ideas. We support this process by using technology, years of business acumen, and a world-class team to get business the investment they need to get to the next level. If you are a business owner and need between $100,000 and $3 million, contact us today. We will schedule a meeting over the phone or video chat. Get on the path to your dreams. Arawak X. Dream bigger.
Documents are part of every essential business process. That's why it is important that they keep moving forward. Documents can be forwarded to the wrong person, left behind on someone's desk, or in the worst-case scenario, they're completely forgotten. So it can take an eternity for an invoice to be approved, for example. This causes aggravation and costs time and money. DocuWare takes your documents straight to the finish line electronically, without detours. All documents are always exactly where they are needed. Employees are immediately notified if they have to process a document. And what previously took an eternity is now almost incidental.
I've been blessed to grow up in a business family. The most important thing I've learned from them was to listen to experts' stories, learn from their successes, try to avoid their mistakes, and copy best practices. In the New Economy TV show, we are bringing innovative experts that are growth-focused. This show is for entrepreneurs, business leaders, and policymakers. Join me and my guests every Tuesday and Thursday at 9 p.m. on our TV. The New Economy. What's next? How many languages do you guys offer right now?
We offer, I want to say 6 off the top of my head, but I know it's French, Spanish, Mandarin, Italian, German, and English. So yeah,
Wow.
six
Wow.
languages. Yeah.
Yeah, we always forget English is a language that people actually want to learn.
Exactly.
So let's get into a little bit of the nitty gritty of your business model. How does your firm find clients, as well as how does it service them, as well as, of course, how do you get paid?
Yeah. Okay, so in terms of how we get our clients, we do a lot of social media marketing. Use Instagram, Facebook, and WhatsApp. Use those few platforms a lot to get our flyers out there. And then we have our email marketing. So we use MailChimp. We've been developing our email database. So we send out
very much a modern social media web funnel, pull people in, and then direct market to them.
Exactly, yeah. Because we really haven't had like a large budget to do marketing with. It's still a growing business. So we have used like paid advertising through social media and our MailChimp subscription, but it's a pretty affordable cost in order to reach our whole client base we're trying to tap into.
Wonderful.
So yeah, so we have that aspect. So that's how we get our clients, really pushing that way. And then we have a website. So the website is where our clients would go to sign up for our services. So on the website, you'll find our schedule, you'll find the different courses.
How are the courses structured?
So they use a platform called Zoom.
We're using Zoom right now.
Yeah,
So.
exactly. So our teachers who say, for example, let's give an example, our Mandarin class. Our Mandarin teacher, one of the ones that recently joined him is Christina Xiong. So she's located in Shanghai. So the way the class works is she'll host a Zoom meeting. And when people go to our website, what they pay for is the link to join that meeting. So they subscribe, they use their credit card or PayPal, they buy that link, And then at the time that's been scheduled, Christina will start the group chat, and then the students will join. Well, all those who have access to the link.
Okay. And it's more of a conversational style.
Yeah, so it is very conversational based. 'Cause that's like the natural way of learning languages, and we do emphasize that with Hello Culture is the natural way to learn a language, as almost like immersion style, where we're not going to sit there and go step by step. Okay, this is what this word means, that word means, that word means. Yeah, so it is conversational style. So we're using the techniques as if you were actually immersed in that culture. We're having to use the science of language learning rather than just repeating what a teacher is teaching. But with Zoom, we can use the whiteboard, we can use like a shared document. So our teachers have been utilizing those tools to give both the conversational but the written aspect.
So it's a very personalized learning experience. That's what you're
Yeah,
saying.
well, we have two categories. So we have the group classes, and then we have private classes. So we never want more than 6 people in a class, and then to keep that nice and intimate. And then if you want even more intimate, then you can do that one-on-one.
Wonderful. Cool. What's your services cost?
Okay, so right now we go by hour. So for the group class, it's $15 an hour, 1-5, and for private classes, it's $30 an hour.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So we did compare like other rates that are out there, and we said we want to be the most affordable option in the market. So that's
Very,
how we
very
came up
nice.
with those prices.
We'll be right back after a short message from our sponsor.
We are Hello Culture, where language learning is made fun. Many know us for our social language nights, but now, with social distancing, we've taken everything online. We have an exciting roster of teachers from all around the world, ready to give you an affordable, top-quality learning experience. Become a global citizen and register today.
Think direct ownership of the Bahamian pie isn't for you? Think again. At Arawak X, we believe in the ingenuity of the Bahamian people. These times are uncertain and unprecedented, but we know that in every crisis there is an opportunity to add value to people's lives. To this, we understand that new businesses will be formed and old ideas whose time has finally come will be realized. We see this in industries long been ignored by traditional financial services and by society at large, particularly in our digital businesses, agribusiness, fishing, manufacturing, and even new touristic ventures. Due to our present circumstances, these businesses have finally been brought to the forefront. Arawak X seeks to give your ideas and your participation a means of making your financial dreams a reality. We give businesses and investors tools needed to finance them. Business is a complicated thing, with many moving and changing parts that often require multidisciplinary teams to turn ideas into reality. While no one can truly say which businesses will make it and thrive and which will not, there are certain formulaic traits that successful businesses have. This is why we here at Arawak X place such a high emphasis on corporate governance and the structure it brings to give companies the best chance at growth and expansion. Arawak X operates a regulated and financially inclusive platform that combines modern technology with best practices and a world-class team to bring together businesses and investors at every level, allowing wider participation in ownership of companies. So here's how it works. Investors, both foreign and local, individual and institutional, can view offerings and directly invest into these companies. We have spent several years and invested greatly in our staff and technology processes. We are doing this by greatly expanding the ease of investment. In other words, people will be able to participate in promising new ventures for as little as $50. The ethos of our institution is that of financial inclusion. And in this spirit, we ourselves will be a publicly traded company. In these next few months, as we roll out our platform, know that we view ourselves as an integral part of a wider societal change, the change that brings ownership, opportunity to everyone. We are pleased to work with our partners in industry, government, civil society, and the people in making the Bahamas the best little nation on this planet. As a first step, we have put together a free online course, the Intelligent Bahamian Investor Masterclass, that will give you some of the basics to investing. This can be found at invest242.com. Arawak X, dream bigger. I've been blessed to grow up in a business family. The most important thing I've learned from them was to listen to experts' stories, learn from their successes, try to avoid their mistakes, and copy best practices. In the New Economy TV show, we are bringing innovative experts that are growth-focused. This show is for entrepreneurs, business leaders, and policymakers. Join me and my guests every Tuesday and Thursday at 9 p.m. on our TV. The New Economy. What's next? What would you like to see? How would you like to see the environment change to allow business such as yourself to increase, to make it easier for you to do business?
Yeah, so one of the things that was actually a big hurdle for us in terms of setting up our online platforms is that we found it very hard to accept payments online. Because we found that like a lot of like the online softwares allow you to collect payments like through websites like Stripe or Square. All these things are actually not allowed in the Bahamas. So we've had to find ways to to work around that in order to establish online payment collecting. So I think if one thing that we could really see an improvement on, especially as this new economy is going to be very much digital based, is for the government to remove some of the restrictions to allow an easier way to collect payments online.
Agreed. Especially as we're in an international world, a globalized world. We have to be able to, if our customers are going to be foreign, we have to be able to accept payment. Otherwise, we can only do business here. So, how do you see yourself growing internationally?
So we've already started to see that the internet really is binding us all together, and and since I've been back home in the Bahamas like almost 2 years now, I have always realized that if we really want to make it as big as we want to make it, we can't limit ourselves to this country. So seeing how well knit the global community has been the last few months, and the last few weeks or days with this whole virus, seeing how when something happens over in like the States or in China, like the whole world knows immediately, has really made us see that we don't need to be limited to the Bahamas at all. So like we're launching our online classes officially this week, and we've already seen people sign up in Jamaica for classes. People in Canada are registering as well. So with almost no effort, just establishing the database that we've had, we've realized that we've opened ourselves up to the global community. So I'd like to encourage a lot of entrepreneurs now that are trying to establish their online businesses. You can really dream big, and don't feel the pressure to put Bahamas in your name. It's like we're helloculturebahamas.com, but we're taking that out now because we realize there is no need to have Bahamas in there, because we're a global company now. We're an international company. So yeah, man, there's opportunities. There's a silver lining behind all of this.
And what's great about that is there are a lot more people outside of the Bahamas than the 400,000 of us inside. So a lot more customers.
Exactly. And it's something that we're doing is language learning. So that's something that anybody anywhere in the world can relate to, can identify with, and want to get involved with.
What would be some of your need for growth? Like what if you had investors to come in and put some money in, where would you spend that in terms of growth?
Nice, yeah. So definitely what we want to do is we want to have a physical location at some point. And that is really where we're gonna need to see the investors come in for that. We're gonna be building an actual, like for example, we want to build a place that can hold seminars where we can invite international guests and come in. We want to have our offices there. We want to have classrooms there to do actual like in-person classes. So So for that to happen, we are going to need to see investors come on board.
Mm-hmm. Well, as you guys at home probably know, I'm CTO of Arawak X. We find money for companies in the new economy, such as Hello Culture. So it's amazing as you grow your customer base, as your sales grow. Definitely, an idea like this is going to be on the top of people's want to get a part of it. So, especially for the next, what they're saying, like 8 months now, everything is going to be digital and online. So businesses like this are the ones that are gonna make the transition.
So if you can find your niche, if you can find that product that is relatable to clients across borders, then you're onto a pretty good you're onto something pretty good.
Wonderful. So that's Brandon Kemp from Hello Culture. Brandon, can you give our viewers some contact information in case they themselves, as business owners, are looking to learn a language?
Yeah, so you can reach out to us on social media at Hello Culture Bahamas, or website www.helloculturebahamas. Even when we take away the Bahamas, you'll still be able to type that in and find us at our new landing site. So you can still use those details.
Okay,
and
wonderful.
And then email address as well, contact@helloculturebahamas.com.
Okay, and I'm gonna everything should appear on the screen here, so that people can see it. Thank you very much. It was this is very interesting, very informative conversation. I wish you all the best.
Awesome. Thank you very much. I wish you the best as well, heralding the new economy.
All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us, and we will see you next time. At Arawak X, we understand that for businesses to grow, they need capital to hire staff, buy equipment, and fuel innovative ideas. We support this process by using technology, years of business acumen, and a world-class team to get business the investment they need to get to the next level. If you are a business owner and need between $100,000 and $3 million, contact us today. We will schedule a meeting over the phone or video chat. Get on the path to your dreams. Arawak X. Dream bigger.
Documents are part of every essential business process. That's why it is important that they keep moving forward. Documents can be forwarded to the wrong person, left behind on someone's desk, or in the worst case scenario, they're completely forgotten. So it can take an eternity for an invoice to be approved, for example. This causes aggravation and costs time and money. DocuWare takes your documents straight to the finish line electronically, without detours. All documents are always exactly where they are needed. Employees are immediately notified if they have to process a document. And what previously took an eternity is now almost incidental.
I've been blessed to grow up in a business family. The most important thing I've learned from them was to listen to experts' stories, learn from their successes, try to avoid their mistakes, and copy best practices. In the New Economy TV show, we are bringing innovative experts that are growth-focused. This show is for entrepreneurs, business leaders, and policymakers Join me and my guests every Tuesday and Thursday at 9 p.m. on our TV. The New Economy. What's next?